welcome. Today we're going to do a quick practice that still allows you to build a little heat and open up the body. If you've been maybe on a plane for a long time or in the car for a while or just sitting at a desk or a couch or chair for an extended period. So we'll work on primarily allowing the chest to open up, counteracting some of that slump that we can get into, as well as moving all parts of the hip. So if you've been sitting quite a bit in this crunched up position, we'll open the fronts of the hips, the sides of the hips. And for today, if you have a strap, particularly a yoga strap, this can be quite handy to have. We'll start by creating a loop at the top. So go ahead and grab a strap. If you don't have one handy, you can pause me. And then when you're ready, create that loop in the strap about shoulder width distance apart. And you can test that by actually taking the wrists into the strap, extending the loop to its full width, and see if the shoulders are about in their line. So not squeezed in and not opened out, but just about the width of the shoulders. Awesome. When you've got that set up, we'll bring it over to our space. You can set it down for now, whether you're practicing in a mat or maybe outdoors on the grass, in a hotel room, at the airport, or in your house, wherever you are. Come to the top of your space. You can place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, starting to connect into this moment. Let's bend the knees here as little or as much as feels good. This is just a nice way to anchor the body. Getting into these big muscles of the legs can help us refocus, feeling into our strength and pulling out of any sort of anxieties in the mind. Also waking up the body again if it's been kind of turned off or dull or sleepy for a while. Good. Close the eyes if it feels comfortable, or take your gaze softly to the floor in front of you. And if at any point you could use a break, just straighten the legs. It's as easy as that. You can come right back up. And when you're ready, bend the knees, sink back down. And feel into the breath here to start, allowing the breath to move either in through the nose or in through the mouth. Pull it all the way down to the belly, maybe feeling that hand on the belly start to slowly expand away. And as you exhale, the belly contracts, feeling the hand gently come pressing back in. Good. On your next breath, inhale, reach the arms up by the ears. If there's any tightness in the shoulders, neck, give yourself space, maybe take the arms a little bit wider. Good. Inhale here. As you exhale, sweep the arms back, fold over the legs. Good. You can keep moving slow, like you're moving through water, or maybe as you inhale, reach up, adding a more vigorous movement, clearing out as you exhale, sweep and fold. Good. Inhale again. Reach the arms up, exhale, clear it out and fold. Good. One more time. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, clear out. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up, straighten the legs. Exhale, bring the hands through to the heart. Awesome. From here, either take the hands back and interlace fingers, catch opposite forearms, or this is the next time to grab your strap and test. Once again, that loop, place the wrists between the loop and start by bending the elbows. Feel the shoulder blades draw towards each other on the back. So sometimes reaching the arms back, our shoulders can have a tendency to just hunch right forward. So see if you can counteract that. Pull the heads of the shoulders back as the shoulder blades draw towards each other. Good. Imagine you're trying to stretch that loop apart, actively pulling it apart with the wrist to feel the upper back engage. Good. Firm the belly, even here, hug the ribs in as you maybe start to work the arms towards straight. If straightening the arms causes the shoulder heads to roll forward, keep them bent, keep working the activation of the upper back. Good, inhale, one more breath here. Spread the collarbones wide, feeling the chest get broad as the upper back draws together. And exhale, release the strap, fold over the legs. Let the spine hang, let the head, the neck, the jaw relax. And compress the belly onto the thighs, a little gentle clearing here, gentle compression for the organs. Allow gravity to lengthen the spinal column. Maybe clasp opposite elbows. You can sway a little left to right. Maybe take the head gently left to right. You can bounce through the hips, maybe blow through the lips. Or you have little pockets of tension that you might be able to release, gently shake out. We'll sit down, some holding. Good, we'll release the hands. Inhale, slide them up to the upper thighs, find your halfway lift. So heels of the palms actually nestle into the upper thighs to start. This can also be a nice little massage of the hip flexors. The front of the hips have gotten tight from sitting. Press the heels of the hands back as you stretch the chest forward. Good, keep the shoulders drawing back even here. So we're opening up through the front body, lengthening through the whole torso, from the sitting bones through the crown of the head. One more inhale. And exhale, fold and clear. Good, inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up, come back into chair pose. Good, firm the belly here. Use your legs for support, use the belly for support. And then bring the hands together at the heart. Inhale, keep lengthening the chest as you send the weight back into the heels. Exhale, turn the chest towards the right. Keep the hands where they are to start. So we're just turning the chest. Notice if the head starts to lead the way, bring the gaze back in line with the center of the chest. Awesome, keep hugging the thighs in towards each other, and then option, take the left hand to the outer right thigh, or if the belly is close to the legs, maybe towards parallel to the floor, there might be room to take the left elbow to the outer right thigh. Good, one more breath. Inhaling to lengthen, and exhaling to twist. Inhale, straighten the legs, fold. You can shake the legs out. Again, maybe let a sigh out through the mouth. Good, bend the knees, send the hips back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Firm the belly, feel your heat, feel your strength now. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, just turn the chest using the strength of your core towards the left. Notice if the right knee starts to inch forward, if the hips start to twist. See if you can draw the knees back so they're in the same line. Keep hugging the hips, hugging the thighs towards each other. Good, option to take the right palm towards the left thigh. Or if the torso is near parallel to the floor and there's a room, maybe take the right elbow towards the left thigh. Inhale, reach through the crown of the head. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale to twist, pressing the top hand into the thigh or the bottom hand. And exhale, undo. Good, shake out the legs. Shake out the shoulders. And when you're ready, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach out, around, rise all the way up, big stretch. Exhale, bring the hands through to the heart and pause. Just notice how you feel. Any shifts in temperature, in your physical body, mental, emotional body. Take stock of where you are right now. Let's move with that. We'll start by grabbing our strap, and then stepping our feet wide. So stepping them about as wide as the wrists. And here you can test that by actually holding your strap and dropping it straight down, arms out wide. Notice where the feet hit, where the bottom of the strap hits. And then if this feels quite wide and unstable, just bring the feet in a little more. We're moving towards Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. We'll start with the right side. So turn the right thigh from deep within the hip socket towards the right, or towards the front of your space. Slip the back heel away and bend into the front knee. Keep steering the front knee right over the front ankle. Don't let it fall in or way out. Just steering it right over the ankle. Good, we'll take the hands in the strap, in our loop, behind the back. Just like we started around the wrists. And again, you can bend the elbows here. Draw the tops of the shoulder heads up and back, and squeeze the shoulder blades, the scapula together on the back. If this feels stable, you're open across the chest, play with straightening through the elbows, straightening through the arms. Good, as you inhale, broaden the collarbones. As you exhale, sink into that front leg. Awesome, keep pressing through the back thigh, strong back leg, and then turning again from the muscles of your core, your ribs, towards that long edge of your space. Good, turning away from the front leg. Notice if your knees started to creep in, keep pulling it out towards the pinky toe side of the foot. One more breath here. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Parallel the feet. You can take the arms out for a moment just to let the shoulders relax. Good, then feet come to parallel. They might be a little bit closer together. We're moving into a wide leg forward fold. And for this, move your arms in the strap all the way up to around the elbows, right above the elbows. So you've got this little hammock in the elbows. And then same concept. Notice if the shoulder heads start to draw forward. See if you can really draw them back. And here, take the thumbs to the back ribs and start to press them forward. So we're getting this nice opening of the upper back as the bottoms of the scapula, the bottoms of the shoulder blades press in towards the chest, towards the heart. But as you lift here, keep firming the belly, draw the tailbone down so that we're moving into the upper back and not dumping into the lower back. Awesome. You can stay right here, take the hands to the hips. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Pause at the halfway mark. Check out how the low back feels, and if you're stable and there's no pain or pinching, maybe continue to bring the head down towards the floor. If the legs are straight, anchor the weight into the balls of the heels. And if the knees have a bend in them, anchor the weight, the balls of the feet. And if the knees are bent, anchor the weight into the heels. Good, keep drawing the shoulders together. And exhale, firm the belly, rise all the way up. Awesome, release the strap. If the hips could use a break, you can heel toe together. Give the legs a little shake, the shoulders a little shake, and then we'll move back into the other side. So step the feet wide, about wrist distance apart. Turn the left leg from deep within the hip socket towards the left or back edge of your space. Spin the back heel away and bend into the front leg. Warrior 2, strong warrior 2. Steer the knee right over the ankle. Bring the hands into the loop behind the back. Pull the wrists away from each other. Feel the upper back engage. That same sensation of the scapula pressing in towards the chest as the chest lifts and collarbones expand left to right. Good, keeping all of this openness in the upper back. Use the muscles of the core to turn the torso away from the front leg. Beautiful. If you've risen up out of the legs, sink back one breath a little deeper. Press strong through the back thigh, pressing into the pinky toe side of that back foot. Good, exhale, release the strap, straighten the front leg, parallel the feet. Awesome. From here, heel toe, the feet together. And then reset. Tadasana. You can keep hold of your strap here or loop it over one shoulder. Just recenter, stabilize. Open the palms up. Lift through the thighs, the belly, the chest. And let the shoulders relax down the back. Let the tailbone anchor down towards the floor. Feel the weight in the heels. Good. From here, we're going to move into tree pose. So again, you can keep the strap just hanging out for now as we set up on your shoulder. Let's take the hands to the hips, starting with the feet hip-width distance apart. Notice where the hips are in space as you lift up onto the right toes. And if the right hip starts to hike up, draw it back down, keep the hips neutral. From here, we'll open the right leg deep within the hip socket, rotate it out towards the right, feeling this external rotation in the hip. You can stay right here, making a little kickstand with the right foot, or take it up to the right calf, below the knee, or above the knee, as long as it's not on the knee, to the inner thigh. Press the right foot into the right leg as you hug the right foot into the left leg, as you hug the left leg in towards the right foot. Like they're both meeting in this central line, this extension of your spine. Good. From here, grab the strap in the left hand. You're playing with balance here. If you fall out, it's all good. You can come back in. That is the magic of balance in yoga. All right, so reach the left arm up by the left ear. Wrap the outer arm in towards the face. So we're hugging the arm in. Good, keep that wrapping in as you bend the elbow. And if the elbow starts to splay out and open, maybe keep that right hand hugging it in. You can stay right here, even grabbing onto the left elbow. And if the arm is staying fairly wrapped without assistance, option to reach the right hand back, palm facing back, bend the elbow, and catch hold of the strap behind you. And you can hang right here, maybe start to walk the hands towards each other on the back, prioritizing keeping that outer upper arm wrapped in. So if the hands start to come closer and closer towards each other, but the elbow is spreading wider and wider, we're really not getting the benefit of that stretch as much, and we're likely rounding the shoulder forward. So keep the arm wrapping in, opening the chest even here. One more breath. Good. Exhale, we're slowly going to undo. Bring the knee back to center without touching the foot down. Undo the hands. And then take the strap. Again, this is all play, so if you fall out, it's all good. Take the strap, loop it around the ball of the right foot. And then you got a little stirrups, a little catch to start to straighten through the right leg. Keep hugging the thighs towards that invisible midline. I like to imagine that my spine, the center, actually was just continuing to anchor all the way down into the floor, and you could hug every part of the body onto that center point. Good option here to stay where you are, both hands on the strap, or you can take both sides of the strap or the loop into the left hand. Right hand comes to the right hip, and draw the leg across the body. Keep the hips square. So we're not turning the whole torso. We're not turning the whole pelvis. We're keeping the pelvis nice and square and just stretching the outer thigh by drawing the leg across the body. Little internal rotation of the hip joint. This can also feel quite nice if you've been pretty linear or neutral in the hips. Good. Exhale, come back to center, undo. You can give the feet a little shake. Good, and then we'll step back Finally, step the foot all the way back, coming into a high lunge. Soften the back knee to start. Feet are about hip-width distance apart. Find the position of the legs so that the front of the pelvis can lift up and the back can drop down. We'll actually use our strap to feel that a bit here. So take just the straight part of the strap, catch it onto the front of the pelvis. Then like you're drawing it together around the back in one or both hands, pull the strap down. So you feel this little sensation, this little helper, perhaps, of pulling up through the frontal hip points. Use your belly to keep that lift as you lengthen the tailbone towards the floor. Good, if this is helpful, you can keep playing with that little self-assist. And when you're ready, hands once again come into the loop of the strap, reach the arms back. Imagine the lower parts of the shoulder blades, the scapula, are pressing in towards the chest. Keep hugging the thighs and hugging the ribs down as you lift and lengthen through the upper back. One more breath here. Head exhale, remove the hands from the strap, lower the back knee down. Awesome. From here, our peak of today. Option one is to stay right here. This might feel great, and you can play with a little lift and lower of the back leg. This can be great. Big balance challenge and also a nice stretch for the front of the back thigh. If you're using your strap, you want to play a bit more here. We'll take the loop of the strap onto the back foot. Then keeping the right foot is back. Let's take the right hand on the strap and then take the elbow in towards the body. So we're keeping the strap nice and taut here, and then pull the elbow forward. So we have a good grip on the strap, close-ish to the foot. From here, turn the chest forward and start to lift the back foot. Option one, you stay right here. This is a lot of balance work. This is a big stretch for the front of the right hip flexor, the front quad of the right leg. Or you take the left arm up, the right arm up, and start to walk the hands down towards the foot. Notice as you do, if you're dumping into the low back. Same sensation here. Draw the tailbone down, lift the front hips, and allow that arch, that opening, to come from the upper back, from the shoulder blades pressing in towards the chest. One more breath here. Good, exhale, release gently. Whew. And then we'll step it up. Hands can come onto the front thigh on the floor, or float the hands as you step, coming back to the top of the mat. Well done. All right, let's set up for the other side. So again, Tadasana to start. Have your strap, you can loop it over one shoulder, feet hip width distance apart. Maybe feeling the difference between the left and right sides. See if you can recreate symmetry in your body. Feeling the left and right foot anchored evenly into the floor. And then this gentle lift up through the front body, thighs, belly, chest, top of the head. And like a little wave, crashing up and over, softening the shoulder blades down, tailbone anchors down, heels root. Good, hands come to the hips. Keep the hips where they are in space as you lift onto the left toes. Turn deep within the hip socket, externally rotating the left leg out towards the left. Option to stay here in a kickstand, or bring the foot up to the calf, below the knee, or above the knee, hop it up onto the thigh. Notice your balance on this side. If you're wobbly, it's all good, it's okay. We can fall out, we can come back in. See if you can find that connection to your center. What is it that you're holding on to? Both sides coming back to meet where you're aligned. Good. From here, bring the strap in the right hand, right arm up by the ear. And then wrap the outer upper arm towards the face. Again, like you're trying to kind of hide your armpit almost, right? Closing off the arm. And this is just helping create space in the upper back. Bend the elbow, keep the arm wrapping in. Option 1, to use the left hand to help the arm stay wrapped, and maybe give a little stretch by pressing onto the right shoulder. This is a great place to stay. If the arm stays wrapping in as you release the left hand, press the left hand behind you, bend the elbow, and grab onto the strap. Good. Option to walk the hands closer towards each other. Keep hugging into the midline here. Firm the belly, stabilizing the lower body so that you can feel a little bit of freedom, opening, expansion in the upper body, the heart space. Good. Exhale, slowly undo the arms, undo the leg, bring the thigh to center, keep it lifted if you can, and then we'll take the strap around the ball of the left foot. Good. From here, start to straighten through the left leg. Flex the toes. Again, notice if the hip hikes up. Keep the hips neutral as much as possible so we're getting the maximum stretch in the back of the left thigh. Option 1, stay right here, playing with balance. Option 2, take both sides of the strap in the right hand. Left hand comes to the left hip, and gently cross the thigh in front of the body. This might be quite subtle. So we're keeping the left hip pulling back, hugging in. Pelvis is neutral. As we stretch, elongate through this outer part of the thigh. You can press a little extra into the big toe mound, as if you were pressing the pedal of a car. Good. Keep hugging the left hip back. One more breath. Exhale, undo, come back to center. Release the strap and step the left foot all the way back. High lunge. Woo. All right, feet are hip width distance apart here. Soften the back knee so that there's plenty of space around the pelvis. And then again, you can find that little self-assist with the strap. So grab onto the front of the hip points with the strap, bunch it together in the back, and draw down. Maybe feeling a little of that sensation, this lifting of the frontal hip points. Keep engaging the belly to find that lift as you draw the tailbone down. Beautiful. We'll take the hands behind the back. Once again, wrists in the strap. And feel that opening, almost like a kite or a sail. You can imagine where the wrists and the strap reaching back are like your anchor point. And then you're allowing the upper chest, the upper back to billow open, like a sail catching wind or a kite catching wind. The bottoms of the scapula move in towards the chest. Broaden the collarbones. Good. Exhale. Release the hands from the strap to lower the back knee down. Good. From here, take the loop of the strap towards the back foot. If you took that variation on the other side, otherwise option to stay here. You can lift and lower the back foot a little, a lot. Otherwise, loop around the back foot. Then the left hand this time comes to the strap. So we're keeping as much tension as possible just to help us efficiently get to where we're going. Swing the elbow in towards the body, sliding the hand up as much as needed so that we have this nice little leverage point for lifting the back foot. Then when you're ready, lift the back foot. You can slowly either slide just the left arm down, keeping that wrapping action of the upper arm. Option to add on the right arm, hugging the outer Arms both towards the face. Good, draw the ribs in, firm the belly even as you expand, open through the chest. One more breath here. And exhale, gently release. Come out. Undo the strap. Good, we'll slide the right leg back to the left. And sit on the heels for a breath. Just gathering your energy back in. You can have the toes curled under or come to the tops of the feet. We'll anchor here for a few breaths. Option to place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Notice where your breath is moving. Good, then one final set of movements. Here, reach the arms out, around, and up. And exhale, bring the right arm behind, left arm can come to the right thigh. Gentle twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left arm comes back, right hand comes to the left knee or thigh. Good, inhale, center one more time. Big reach up with the arms. And exhale, bring the hands together at the heart. Pause for a moment. Maybe thanking yourself for carving out this time, for showing up today, moving your body, exploring, perhaps moving in ways you haven't in a bit. I'm glad that you showed up. Thank you for sharing this time. And gently bow the chin toward the hands, this reverent bow of mind, intelligence to that deep heart and body wisdom. From my heart straight to yours. Thank you.